Kashtuk Bowcraft here. I've been wanting to make this video for a while now, since I've been selling my bows, and I know that there's other videos that you could probably look up on YouTube or whatever, and a lot of you guys that have purchased bows, you know, are experienced enough archers or bow hunters to know the proper way to string a bow. Now, this isn't the only way. There are a lot of different ways. A lot of people, what they'll do, they'll bend the string over the top of the tip of the bow. They'll use a bow stringer, but since my bows do not come with bow stringers, you can use one if you get one, but since the bows do not come with bow stringers, the way that you would string a Kashtuk Bowcraft bow is to just wedge the bottom tip on your inseam of your foot, grab the handle, and just push the loop over the knot. And that way you won't overstrain the limbs by bending them, you know, bending the string over the tip, okay? And then when you unstring it, all you do is just put your finger in the loop and just do the opposite. Push down, pull up on the handle and push down on the limb and just flip the loop out of the knot. And that's how the string should sit on your bow. You should never pull the string up over the tip, because you're gonna bend the bow in a way or in a manner that it was not trained to bend. So here we go one more time. I have my thumb and my forefinger on the loop. I've got my hand on the handle. I've got the bottom limb on my instep. And I'm just pulling and pushing at the same time, and pushing it into the loops. So that's how you properly string a Kashtuk longbow. Thanks. Okay, so now that we have the bow strung, we're going to show you the proper way to shoot a self bow or a stick bow. These bows that I sell are not laminated. They may have a cloth or canvas backing on it, but basically they are unprotected bows. In other words, they're just wooden bows. There's no fiberglass or carbon limbs or any high-tech equipment or high-tech what am I trying to say? High-tech materials on the bow limb. So basically, it's the strength of the wood that's holding everything together. And some people, you know, I'm not an expert in archery. I'm not an expert, you know, bow hunter. I don't know all there is to know about archery. I just know what I know and what I've learned over the years, and my experience in making and shooting hickory longbows. So some people, when they shoot, they'll sit back and they'll hold the bow as they're aiming at the target, and then they'll shoot. Holding the string back on a self bow is not very good practice, because the longer you hold the string back, the more the limbs will stress, and eventually it can crack or cause splinters and crack. When you shoot a bow, when you shoot a self bow, you want to pull back to your anchor point, and as soon as you reach your anchor point, you're letting go. You don't want to hold the limbs back for too long, maybe a second at most. So when I'm shooting my bow, my arrow is pointing at my target. Especially if I'm hunting, I'm crouched down. My arrow is pointing at my target. I'm not jerking the string back hard. I'm pulling the string back slowly and fluidly, and as I reach my anchor point, I just let go. So as I'm pulling, that's exactly the way I do it. So we'll shoot one more. Again, what I just wanted to emphasize is that you don't want to come up and just hold the bow back while you're aiming at your target, because you're overstressing the limbs more than they need to be. So again, as I'm shooting, I'm pulling back slowly, just taking my time and letting go. Letting the string just come right off of my hand. My draw length is 26 inches, but I'm probably letting loose probably at 25 inches. But the important thing is to make sure that as you're drawing back, you're already got your arrow on target, and you're letting go right away. You're not holding the bow back for a long amount of time, because you're going to be stressing the limbs, and you cause a splinter or a crack to come up, and then the bow will fail. So come up slow and shoot smoothly and quickly. We call that snap shooting. So there you go, Kashtuk Bowcraft. If you guys have any questions at all, just PM me on Facebook. I'll be glad to answer. Thanks.